What's up, y'all? Welcome back to The Raging Atheist. I'm your boy Nakasuchi. Hoping you're enjoying Rage Week. Might even extend it. I'm filming a lot of videos, so I might extend it through the weekend. I haven't decided yet. We'll see how that goes. But right now, I want to talk about Jesus Christ. Now, Jesus Christ is a myth. He's a myth. He doesn't exist. Not the way that it's written. And we're trying to figure out the truth about this figure. And it's an open debate. But it's a myth if you think that a human being became a god. That's a crazy fucking ideology to have. You know, and we're in the modern times now, and it's time to stop beating around the bush about that. If you think a human being was a god, there's something wrong with that thinking. And I'm not going to be pushed around on that subject. And this is the subject that you come to where you have conversations with rational people, people that will agree with you on everything else. But because you have this truth, that you have gained this truth, and it's not a hard truth to fucking gain if you just think about it. If you just think, is it possible for a human being to become a god? No, it's not possible for a human being to become a god. Boom, you've got the truth. But yet this is the conversation that is probably the conversation that is going to push more people away from you as an atheist than any other conversation you're going to have. Now, the truth about Jesus is a video that I've kind of put off. I did this research years upon years ago. So I'm not going to really try to get into it right now. And I really need to update my research, see what's been found since, and re-educate my ideology on the matter. But here's what I know. Here's what I know. Mary did not get pregnant as a virgin. She didn't. It didn't happen. I also know that in Jewish lore, in Jewish mythology text, and their spiritual writings, that Joseph and the rest of the village didn't think she got pregnant as a virgin either. And they were going to stone her to death. And at the last moment, Joseph had compassion for his young soon-to-be wife and saved her life, according to Jewish lore. So, you know, she did not have this immaculate conception. It didn't happen. And when we get to that part in my Bible reading, I'm going to show you that the Bible says it didn't happen. But, you know, this whole notion that that's a thing that happened, it needs to be dispelled. And I'm not a bad person for thinking that. That is a rational thought to have, and they're going to try to make us out to be bad people for thinking that. It's not a bad fucking thought to have that, you know, a virgin who's never had, can have a baby, you know. I have heard stories or it's happened. I doubt it. I just don't think it can happen. Now, maybe if said person came in contact with some jizz, but, you know, I hate to be blunt, but that's like the only way that it could happen. And when I look at the Bible, I'm going to interpret to you how I think the Bible says it happened. But even the whole notion of Jesus Christ being a God didn't come till several hundred years after Jesus Christ died. That was actually a very fringe thought of the Christian movement for the first 300 years or so, that he was actually a god. You know, it wasn't until the Roman Empire fell that Christianity really formed into the church and entity that we know it exists as today. So, you know, back then, most sects of Christians were roaming the Middle East, spreading the word of Christ. They didn't think he was a god. They thought he was a Jewish prophet. The very fringe thought he was a god. It wasn't until the Council of Sinai, or however the fuck you pronounce that shit, and the fall of the Roman Empire that these myths really became facts. So for us, the logical people, I believe that I wear it on my fucking chest, on my fucking arm. You know, I don't hide the fact that I think that these are myths, that I think that these are untruths, and that is not a crazy thought to have, and that is not a thought that's gonna make you a fucking bad person or make you wrong. It makes you right, even in the face of the multitudes who believe otherwise. Because what is a belief? A belief is something that you believe. What is a fact? A fact is a universal truth. So, you know, at some point, after my history of atheism, I'm going to finally make that truth about Jesus Christ video that I've been putting off. I'm going to update my research, and I'm going to come with the facts. And if the facts say, hey, Jesus existed, then I will have to correct myself and say, yo, the dude existed. And if the facts say that he didn't exist, well, I was right all along. And if the facts say it's unconclusive, I'm going to give you what the facts say. And I'm going to adjust my ideology accordingly. Because I've been, you know, concentrating on political things mainly, and here recently on other historical things when it comes to atheism. But I'm going to devote myself to that. I just want to speak to you, the atheists out there, the agnostics, the people that will speak out against this untruth that is the myth of Jesus Christ, especially here in America. You're going to get hate, even from people that usually don't hate on you. And it's going to be hard to brush it off. Hell, I can't do it either. But we have to rise above it. We have to stay true to the cause. We have to remain the atheist we are and speak the truths we know in the face of that adversity. And when they tell you that you don't do nothing, like I get told, I don't do nothing for humanity, I only do shit for myself. You can't let that bother you either. Because there comes a point when they can't attack your truths. So they have to attack you. As always, I'm your boy Nakasuchi. This is The Raging Atheist. If you like my videos, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Share me on your social media. Comment in the comment section below. I'll see you soon.